Hello everyone. In this video, we'll have a brief introduction to literature, addressing what it is and why it's so important to read it. Because English 102 Introduction to Literature is a course that all college students must take regardless of their majors or career goals, it's implied that literature is crucial for our education. We seem to take this for granted though, registering for the course simply because we must. It's part of our educational requirements. But let's stop for a moment and ask ourselves, why is literature so important? Why should we read literature? And what exactly is literature? Let's begin with the third question. It seems easy enough, right? Well, to define literature, let's first examine our assumptions about it. Take a moment to look at these texts and then decide if they should be considered literature. When you're finished, think about the criteria you use to determine if the text is a work of literature. For example, did you make your decision based on the notion that literature should tell stories? Or perhaps you think that literature should say something important. Or maybe you think that literature is anything that's written down. Whatever the case may be, you made your decision based on a set of criteria established from your years of reading experience. Webster's defines literature as writing of an imaginative or critical nature, especially those having excellence of form or permanent value. It encompasses fiction, poetry, drama, and the literary essay. The writer Mary Doria Russell contemplated the same question after reading a novel called A Canticle for Leibowitz. Even though the novel is categorized as a work of science fiction, she decided that it was a work of literature because the novel transformed her views of the world. So she believes literature changes you. When you're done reading, you're a different person. In the end, while critics, scholars, readers, and writers debate the definition of literature, all agree that literature must contain words, and these words should move us in some way. And this will take us to the next question. Why should we read literature? The historian Barbara Tuchman claimed that literature contains the whole human experience. Literature can shine a light on the human condition, showing us all of the radiant beauty and terrible ugliness of our existence. Literature can also give us insight into another time, culture, civilization, traditions, and society, prompting us to think critically about the present's connection to the past. Literature can also help us transcend our ordinary lives, as the literary critic Harold Bloom once said, removing us from our daily routines, encouraging us to examine our behavior in the world around us, making us better people so that we can improve society. But literature can also be quite entertaining, taking us to places we will never be able to visit. With all of this in mind, why do you read literature? Do you read literature? Whether you love to read literature or not, this class will provide you with an introduction to literature, its genres, including poetry, fiction, and drama, and the literary movements that help shape literature into its present form. While you won't be expected to love all of the literary works that the course will examine, or to become an avid reader at the end of class, hopefully you'll embrace the critical thinking techniques that literature compels us to use. And these techniques can be applied to anything in life, from your psychology class to finding a new job. Now that we have a firm grasp of what literature is and why it's important to read it, let's start reading.